Alright, so anybody who knows me knows I like to road trip a lot, and I always travel prepared. In case my car breaks down on the road, I can diagnose small stuff before I call for a tow. So I had my car parked for a couple days while on vacation, and I came back to a dead battery. So thankfully I have a lithium jump starter that I was able to jump start the car. And that lithium jump starter is the Genius Boost by Noco. It's the GB40 model 12-volt battery jump starter. It's super small and compact compared to the standard AGM style battery jump starters that usually have the compressor built in to put air in your tires. This is perfect for me on the road. It comes with the alligator clamps that you just connect to the positive and the negative, and then it has USB ports on the side. You can charge your phone with it. It has a built-in flashlight that comes in handy as well if you have to jump start your car at night. So my car can start with the jump starter. So basically I'm trying to figure out if it's my battery, which I think that's what it is, or is my starter bad? When I hit the ignition, is the starter clicking? It's not clicking for me, so I know for a fact it's not the starter. It could possibly be the alternator or the battery itself. So a while back I went to AutoZone and I actually got the OEM Tools battery analyzer. This tests your battery to determine whether it's good or bad, and it actually does a system test to tell you if your alternator's bad, which usually are the two key reasons why a car won't start. So I'm gonna do this for the first time and see what happens. So first things first. So before you connect this to your car, you want to make sure the car is off. All your map lights, no lights inside are on, nothing's in the cigarette lighters, nothing's inside that would indicate that it's pulling power or anything like that. And all your doors are closed and nothing's on, okay? So once you confirm that, you gotta connect your negative alligator clamp to your negative battery post, which is minus, and then you're gonna connect the red clamp to your positive post on the battery, which is positive, obviously. System should start up, and then it's gonna go into the default settings of battery test. So before you run the test, check your battery sticker, and it'll tell you, 1, the part number, 2, the cold cranking amps capacity and the amp hours. The biggest thing, we'll do the settings together. So I'm gonna go here to battery test, battery type AGM. So usually the battery will tell you on the sticker if it's an AGM. Mine's an AGM from Duralast Platinum. Got it at AutoZone. Next is battery type. So if you were to change it to something else, mine's AGM, I'm gonna keep it at that. You would hit enter. Rating standard. My sticker didn't say that, so I just went on the AutoZone website, pulled up the battery that I have, and it told me it was the CA standard. But if it wasn't, I would just keep hitting to the side and pick a different standard. But it's CA for me, so I'll go back to CA. Enter. Rating capacity. So that means at what capacity can the car turn on with cold cranking, meaning just off the battery without a jump start. Cranking capacity for me is 540 CA. That's what it says on the sticker. That's what I'm putting on here. And if I needed to adjust it to go lower or higher, I would just do left or right to go lower or higher. Okay, so we're gonna hit enter, testing. Boom, bad, replace. So basically my car battery is at 130 cold cranking amps, so without a jump start the car won't start. So that was another thing. My car can turn on with the jump start. If it was the alternator or the starter, it wouldn't even start with that. So we know that that's the case. So the battery's bad. Turn the ignition on, saying cranking volts high. Alright, next test is going to be charge testing. So is my alternator charging the vehicle properly? Again, make sure all loads are off, all map lights, anything in the cigarette lighter is unplugged, the doors are closed, nothing is drawing power from the vehicle's battery. Alt idle volts low. For me to test the alternator, I'm going to have to turn the car on. So since the battery's shot, I have to give it a quick jump boost with the Genius Boost. So I'm going to do that. So first thing you do is before you connect the Genius Boost, negative black alligator clamp to the negative battery post, and then your red alligator clamp to the positive battery post, and your battery should indicate which is positive. Red is always positive, black is always negative, or green, but usually green is ground. So here's a device. I plugged it in, so I haven't turned it on yet. I'm going to turn it on now. Okay. and the lithium battery jump starter is it's charging the car right now. Okay, so this light indicates that the vehicle is charging, the battery is charging. So I'm going to try to turn the car on. Car's on. So before I disconnect this from here, I'm going to shut it off and then unplug it, and then I'll disconnect the clamp. You always do black and red to connect, red and black to disconnect. Alright, so I got the battery charging now. I have the Noco Genius 2 battery charger. Okay, so when you connect it, you go to the mode and you pick what kind of battery you have. It's either going to be one of 4, 12 volt, 12 volt AGM, 12 volt lithium, or a 6 volt battery, which is usually for like motorcycles and golf carts. Mine's 12 volt AGM, so I just hit the mode button until that was selected, and this indicator shows that it's charging. So obviously my battery's at a very low rating right now. I think it's at like 30% charge. I'm gonna leave this charging for like an hour to see if that makes any kind of a difference in, you know, the vehicle getting charged up. But I think for the most part, the thing told me that the battery's completely shot. So gotta go to AutoZone and get me a new one. That battery actually lasted me almost 5 years now. So usually the life cycle of a battery is about just enough time, like around the same time. So we'll see. And then it's definitely not my alternator, my starter. It's definitely the battery, which is always the cheapest, easiest thing to replace. So you don't have to go through a mechanic. You can just go to AutoZone, get a new battery that fits your vehicle. They'll install it for you. They'll pre-charge it before they install it, and then they'll recycle your old battery for you. So just a couple tips for the ladies on the road, because yeah, if I would have taken my car to a mechanic, they probably would have told me my battery and my alternator were bad. So it's a nice little tool to have when you're on the road, so you can figure shit out. You don't get jerked around at the mechanic.